Sabela uyabizwa. Uyabizwa. Sabela uyabizwa. Sabela uyabizwa. Sabela uyabizwa.
Aha, Sadtu, aha. Tuta, Sadtu, tuta. Thank you very much, comrades, Comrade Chair, and the provincial leadership of our organization, the South African Democratic Teachers Union in the Free State. I feel at home when I'm here. What the Comrade Chair forgot to say is that if I sell the revolution, you'll not call me only to account, you'll recall me. Because I have to defend the revolution. It's not about my position, but it's about the national democratic revolution. So I thought that I must pay an unannounced visit. When I go home, my home is in a small dorpy called Makwasi. I don't know how many know Makwasi. It's a very small town, but it's a town of a very strategic location. The railway that goes to Cape Town goes through my small town. And I used to tell them that if you don't treat me well and you come from Joburg, I'll stop your train here. So indeed, I served in the organization as an education convener. But what is not known, comrade, is that I'm part of the last generation of councillors in Sadtu. I don't know how many knew about the role of councillors in the constitution of I nearly said the ANC, of Sadtu, which were discontinued and were very powerful positions because we were directly elected into the national leadership of Sadtu. So I'm here to congratulate you on a very successful elective conference. I think the ANC to learn a lot from Sadtu. Not in the province, but also nationally. This is the second elective conference that I've had the privilege I went to KZN, the chair was there, and that conference went exceptionally well. This one is no exception. Exceptionally well, exceptionally well. For those of us who are members of this organization, you make us very proud. And I want you to know that all of you from the branches, from the regions, you make us feel very proud of this organization. We haven't heard of anything untoward. Just a very successful conference from the beginning up to the end. The last point that I want to make as I greet Comrade Chair is that you need a very strong alliance because the ANC is in trouble. You need a very strong alliance. It is only the alliance that can save the ANC. The ANC is in serious trouble, and I'm sure we can see it everywhere. You can see it in every province. You can also see it nationally. And my humble plea is that Sadtu must remain focused on the task of the revolution. And don't be quiet, Comrade Briggs, if we are selling the revolution. You must tell us. And you must call all of us in the province and nationally and say, Sadtu is not happy about this. Sadtu is not happy about that. Sadtu expect you to do 1, 2, 3. If we fail to do that, together with the national leadership, you must call us. And if we don't listen to you, you must abandon us. Like the comrade chair, you leave us to be eaten by the dogs. So otherwise, I'm very impressed with the role of Sadtu in the province, the role of Sadtu in education. It is the members and the leaders of Sadtu are leading our schools that are performing exceptionally well in the Free State. So good principles come in the main from Sadtu. It is Sadtu that is leading in all the 9 provinces. The reason why the system is improving is because of the leadership of Sadtu from primary school up to high school. And on that note, comrades, I want to wish you a successful 2026. Comrade Briggs, myself and the HOD of the Free State will continue to speak and sort out things that the membership is not happy with, Comrade Briggs. They can't be unhappy, and we are there and we don't do anything about. Thank you very much, Comrade Chair. Thank you.
E-learning nation. Pillar number 3. The capacity. Pillar number 4. Pillar number 4. International. Pillar number 5. Amandla, halala Sadtu vision, halala. No, thank you very much, Comrade DG. More humbling is that you have not forgotten about your task of advancing the national democratic revolution on the terrain of the state. So it's important to protect the state and advance the national democratic revolution. Comrades, let's give Comrade DG another huge round of applause. The media, we are on a closed session. PS?
But we are going to do the announcements of results. Afterwards, we are going to do induction, and afterwards, the new program will. But before the disbandment, comrades, let's take this opportunity to thank you for holding the. up this far, ensuring that the name of the South African Democratic Teachers Union lives in this part of the country, which is the Free State Province. As individuals and as a collective, we appreciate all your efforts, which have been effortful. And we release you now. Namkishal. Ndamoslonto. Xa kukho itishala kuthethwa mandiyeke kuloo ndawo. We are releasing you, comrades. We are thanking all your efforts, and we believe all your efforts have been effortful, and that is why we have had a beautiful conference like this. But before we also release you, tell your families that Sadtu appreciated them for releasing you to work tirelessly for Sadtu. Tell them, don't forget that. We might not have silver and gold, but we have words of appreciation for them releasing you on a day-to-day basis to work for the organization. Well done, comrades. Thank you so much. You are disbanded.
Sesebenza kanzima sasebenza asinalo sesebenza sasebenza sebenza kanzima asinalo amandla lithambo sibele emakhaya songena sikhokhele thambo Jena kanjani emakhaya sibele emakhaya nasongena sikhokhele thambo kanjani Get kanjani emakhaya thina sikhokhele thambo sibuyele emakhaya sizongena kanjani emakhaya sizojani sikhokhele thambo sikhokhele thambo emakhaya sizongena kanjani sizongena kanjani sizongena thambo sibuyele emakhaya thina thambo sibuyele emakhaya thina sizobonga
Bob. My apologies, comrades. My apologies, comrades. We don't want to address chairs. Comrades, we have reached that time in the program, that of announcement of results. There are 8 portfolios. Then we will start with the Provincial Sports, Arts and Culture convener, Comrade Masiabata Joyce Lyoka.
Seated.
Savumelana, oh savumelana, oh savumelana. Oh savumelana, oh savumelana, oh savumelana. Oh savumelana, oh savumelana, oh savumelana. Tidonesa, oh savumelana, oh lana beti donesa, lana beti donesa, oh savumelana. Shorter, ne? So that we hasten the process. Then we are announcing the name of our provincial gender convener, Comrade Jeanette Kanye. Amandla. Then the provincial education convener, Comrade Tato Matlebe.
Ante Oliver Tambo Mona Zapona Ake Zamaya Tile Ante Oliver Ake Zamaya Tile
the name of our provincial treasurer, Comrade Kennedy Kenny Kantwane. Comrades, we're announcing the name of our Deputy Provincial Secretary.
Sadtu to Sadtu to Sizo.
Thank you, comrades. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Now we are... Guys, I know the excitement. We are announcing the name of the Provincial Secretary, Comrade Briggs Muloi.
Sadtu kitabaye. 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 Kita ijarela Sadtu yaka. Kita ijarela Sadtu yaka. Kita ijarela Sadtu yaka. Kama etana. Kita ijarela Sadtu. Kita ijarela Sadtu. Ijarela Sadtu yaka. Kama etanaka. Kama eta. Kama eta. Kama eta. Kama eta. Kama eta. Eta. Kama eta. Kama eta. Kama eta naka. Sadtu kitabaye. Amanda.
I love you. Your cooperation is beyond any measure of doubt. We are announcing The name of the Deputy Provincial Chairperson, Comrade Fielder Ngesi.
Oakele Bosebejo Epelo yaka ya Duma Oakele Bosebejo Ekina Akao Epelo yaka ya Duma
Then the last comrades of the PWC members is the
Nama Hallelujah Tapili Mutuambona Hallelujah Tapili Mutuambona Hallelujah Tapili Mutuambona Hallelujah Let's go, comrades. Amanda. Amanda. Awe tu. Hai hule. Friste hai hule. Hai rise. Friste hai rise.
Uzjeli tegola ko ngale mic. Owning it. Comrades, thank you for your cooperation during this process. We understand, comrades, but there is the issue conference properly. We will request time so that you are then able to do that. Now, I think there are 3 have to be done. Is the presentation of the declaration. You make and affect corrections on the declaration by conference. Then, after, as the NWC, we are inducting these comrades, the 8 comrades that we have just elected, and firstly thank the entire Provincial Conference. Beautiful logistical arrangements of the conference that were made from all the guests in this same spirit. That unity must transcend into this newly elected executive is to try to be tired. There is no time rest not being available. Celebrations in your families and those of your loved ones, because Comrade Chairperson, now and the next provincial conference, between now and members of Sadtu in this province, capable hands. Because you are new. It means that as much as your experience some new experience. What we are saying, comrades, is that the faces, but even them know. Provincial sector, we must talk to that will be adopted here. So they are still going to be finished and finalized. Serve as guiding torches moving forward. Her members at all material times. Between you as the provincial chairperson and the provincial office bearers. Always, but remember that you were all elected in the same conference. That equates, comrades, and calls for unity. Remember that you are here to complete partnership. All structures, comrades, support the province. Remember that the union exists and numbers for every program of the branches. If you can just even show a slightest sign of not being coherent, the employer wanting to engulf the union. So comrades, work together, that's what we are saying. We believe you know what must happen. What must happen will also help you moving forward. Imagine if we had had a crisis instance, we would have problems. But it's successful. We are leaving you as the national office sector and all the PWC members. But before we leave here, we want successful. Amandla. Viva Sadtu, Free State Province, viva!
Siwelele kwanali kwa. Comrades, stand up. Sadtu geratan. Geratana. Hey, kwanali. Siwelele kwanali kwana yo. Hey, kwanali kwa.
Amandla. Thank you very much, Comrade VP, that you've just performed. You did it very much excellently. VP deserves a huge round of applause. Comrades, we are now on item number 30 of the agenda, which is the PS. Can you take us through?
Wontu wama hailimu yetapimbo.
Thank you very much, Comrade. We are presenting the declaration and we acknowledge that declaration, the commission was still in process. So we will present this as working of the resolution taken there can then be incorporated. We, the 155 delegates, 6th region of the South African Democratic Teachers Union, 2nd to the 24th April 2020 at Woodlands Country Lodge in Paris for our Provincial Elective Conference, convened provincial conferences across all the 9 provinces. Sadtu Special National Congress, the COSATU in memory of the founding president, Comrade Member TC Shepherd Mdladlana, who passed on the 18th of October 2024, and Paul van der Heerden, passed on in the perennial provincial conference. We reassert the strategic direction and guiding vision of our union adopted at the 10th National Congress. We commit ourselves to advancing foundational learning and functional skills, growth in pursuance of a socialist society, called to deepen organizational unity for the transformation of education to the development of an education system that is fully accessible, equal, and as expression of the will of the people as enshrined in the Constitution of the country. Persistent challenges, including infrastructure, overcrowded classroom and safe learning environments, and the as clear expression of ongoing struggle. We are meeting in this conference having noted that the province has declined in performance in the 2025 metric result, despite the highest to have achieved 91% and ranked first nationally in the 2024 As delegates to this third quadrennial to the gender-based violence that is on rapid increase and the schooling sector in particular. Number of qualified education graduates who remain unemployed whilst classrooms remain overcrowded with teacher-to-learner ratios exceeding acceptable. Our members in the vulnerable subsectors, being the TVET, ECD sectors, ECD practitioners, education and personnel. The union advocates for the professionalization, formal employment and improved compensation of practitioners and welcome their integration needs to be urgently implemented. As we meet here today, we know for grade 4 to 12 for public comments as a progressive and timely intervention indicated for the decolonization of and the history curriculum. For far too long, history in South Africa has been taught from a colonial, Eurocentric perspective. We believe the draft history is a step towards addressing this imbalance. As delegates, we say no to increases because GEMS has abandoned its mandate to provide affordable and middle-income public servants. We reaffirm our support to a progressive journal of union referred to as Sadtu, which has been officially accredited by the Department of Higher Education and Training in of open access journals. As delegates student chapter, as a recruitment wheel for young of higher learning. We will and fully participate in progressive initiative by the union, television, which is the social media platform, Sadtu, and as we face tough economic conditions for the country and it cannot guarantee a proper meal for their families. We call for the building of strong fronts against austerity measures and the erosion of the sector. In the Go Public Fund Education launched by the Education International to address funding crisis in public education. The union used it to overcrowded classrooms, deteriorating, challenging period wherein resolved to contest the upcoming local government. We reiterate that amid alliance dynamics, the union aggressive ideological. The conference emphasized that the union does not democratic revolution as a theoretical concept reflected in the daily condition of South Africa's public schooling. We commemorate the cowardly murder of Grace Hart and dedicate cadre of the movement, whose life was cut short when he still had so much to give to this country. As delegates to this nationalism, and we support the struggle for national multilateral approach to the management of global issues. The conference noted with grave where great powers operate with impunity, without restraint. We reiterate our solidarity. Isolation of business in the UN list that operates in the occupied territories in Palestine. Determination, freedom and independence of Western Sahara. We support the call by Cuba. We condemn the USA attack and the abduction of President, as well as the restriction of South Africa in the upcoming 2026 G20 summit and G7 summit. We also condemn the USA on the Strait of Hormuz. Provincial conference, third quadrennial, with great responsibility upon our shoulders, individually and collectively, to deepen organizational education and dedicated our development of an education system which is fully accessible, equal, and which is the just expression of the will of the people as enshrined in the Constitution. Education is a public good, so we submit. Thank you.
Hakuna muntu
Amanda. Amanda. From the declaration, are there any clarity-seeking questions? None. Pierce, can you move for the adoption of the... wait a minute, Pierce. It looks like we have a discussion from...
Thanks, Chair. We want just to add something, because on the contestation of state power by the SACP, that part which said our members must not be made to choose, we must preserve our autonomy. We wanted to check, is it not significant that in that declaration, because our primary revolutionary task being here is the preservation of the unity of Sadtu members throughout the discussion. So we don't know how can we call that into the declaration. Throughout those processes and discussions, we shall preserve the unity of Sadtu. It comes first before we are made to choose anything or discuss further. Thank you.
Comrades, I think that was the spirit of the conference throughout, and I think it don't do any harm to include that in our declaration. Comrades, move.
I so move, Chair.
Conference. The PS has moved. I'm noting Goldfields, I'm noting Neves, I'm noting Central, I'm noting Maluti. In that order.
Much, we, as Goldfields, we second with that addition from Neves.
Thank you very much. Neves.
No, thank you, Chairperson. As Neves, we do second. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ke a leboha moetapele. Ona na ke a leboha.
Ha re lebohe. Maluti. Maluti.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. As Maluti, we stand to second.
Thank you very much. Comrades, is there any region that is opposed to the adoption of this declaration? No. Thank you very much, comrades. We have a conference declaration. Comrades, as I close this conference, let me once again acknowledge the presence of our Vice President for Sports, Arts and Culture, Comrade Nolita. Let me Provincial Secretary for Sadtu in the Free State, Comrade Tisetso Mahlatsi. Let me acknowledge the presence of the PEC member of the NASJEP, Comrade Charlie. The PEC members of Sadtu in the Free State, delegate of our province. Acknowledge the presence of our media personnel from national office, the staff of elected in this conference. Comrades, we are closing this conference last night, and I feel that it is which is to observe a moment for the passing of our Chief Director, Mokhobo. Shall we all rise and observe? May his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much. First, pass the apology. I don't know whether but let me pass the Provincial Education Convener, Comrade Ditabe Motsweni, of his brother-in-law, the business of that bureau. I won't see him in this conference. No, it's as a result. Comrades, of this newly elected PwC, having trust in ourselves to lead for years. Comrades, you could have elected anybody because there's amongst you who are more skilled to lead you for these 4 years. For that, thank you very much. It's been beautiful. It was indeed beautiful. Not only because of the paraphernalia that we were provided with, was colorful as a result of your discipline conference. This conference was colorful as a result of the resolutions that you took. This conference was colorful because of the unity displayed throughout this conference, despite the different. But you, as leaders of Sadtu, you ensured that this conference. Comrades, what made you as delegates placing members? If you go through all the resolutions that we have, you'd note that those resolutions, in the main, member, they speak to the defense of the members. And for that, the conference did not mean that during these years, we reclaim our military. In our approach in dealing with issues, it's important that our militancy in the forefront. Comrades, we really want to appreciate who are here with us. The ANC, SACP, COSATU. What humbled us the most, comrades, is that all these alliance partners, they spoke of the alliance, something ourselves as Sadtu towards. Earlier on, I indicated to yourselves that there are police. There is we used to call it a showroom. Is it a showroom? Right next to the gate. Why? It's a regional conference in this venue. Because our glorious with its regional conference in this venue. As a result, police, but right at the gate. In the past, comrades, when the ANC would be having a meeting, because they wanted to attack ANC members inside the venue. The police are out there because the enemy is within the ANC. We are fighting as if we are enemies. Things, comrades, what are we saying about our revolution? Where does that place our national democracy? And comrades, it's very clear. Destroying the ANC are these that bourgeois tendering system, because they know that if they place so and so as the chairperson, they will be able to access the resources. That's what has killed the ANC. Parasite ANC. We have got a responsibility as we go out of this conference to build strong SACP. Comrades, the conference has adopted a program of action. Of course, you have tasked the PEC to conclude the business conference in ensuring that we have a clear and conclusive program for the 4 years. This program will not succeed if you as leaders at the branches, sites are not there to implement the program. PwC accountable through correct structures. Comrades, the election process has a potential of dividing the union. As you leave this conference, let us leave behind our differences in this. As we leave this conference, Sadtu in the province has been renewed. As to what happened, who should have done this, why they did not do that, all now is in the past. The Vice President has inaugurated the new leadership. Let us unite behind leadership. Comrade, I'll be failing in my duty as a newly elected chairperson of this province not to reiterate our call for all of us in here to attend to the May Day on the 1st of May in Beltfontein. It's eagerly awaiting for Sadtu to fill that stadium in Beltfontein. And we know, comrades, we're going to fail. We know that Goldfields will not fail in this regard as well. Please, let's do it again. Comrades, let me take this opportunity once again to thank you very much for your discipline. To thank your families for allowing you to be in this conference for the 3 days. Very cold, but you were able to ensure that you conclude the business. We want to thank our sponsors who assisted so that we can have this successful provincial conference. With the powers vested in me by the Constitution, and have a very safe trip back home. Thank you very much, comrades.
In socialism.